Hi and welcome back to another speed build video. Today we are building 3 sim lane from the original Sims game, and this build has no CC in it and it is base game only, so if you only have the Sims 4 base game, you should be able to get this in the gallery and enjoy it. You can see me here kind of taking my time with the actual walls of the build, and that's because as I was building this, I had an image of 3 sim lane from the original Sims open on my phone, and I was counting the tiles the best I could to make sure that the floor plan here is accurate to the original. And as far as I can see, it is, but a lot of this build is more of a landscaping build than an inside build. I did map out the second floor bathroom and bedrooms because in the original build there are no rooms on the second floor. It's just one big open floor. So I mapped something out so that if you wanted to start playing right away, you would have to furnish the lot, especially because it's base game only. I try to keep it a little bit minimal, but you would have bedrooms mapped out for you. I did end up taking out that sort of balcony you see there, and the reason for that is because it kept getting messed up by my roofing. So I would put a roof on one of those outside parts, and then the balcony would disappear. So I would start working on the balcony again, and then the roof would intrude into the room. So I am still trying to figure out some of the Sims 4 mechanics, and I've read online that that is just a glitch, and it seems like EA hasn't fixed it. But anyone, if you are listening to me, please hear my prayers and fix the roof glitch, please. I think this one turned out a bit more aesthetically pleasing than my 2 sim lane build, which is the first one I did, the first kind of throwback build. But the reason for that, I think, is because I got a little bit more comfortable painting outside the lines in terms of just kind of changing things that I thought would work a lot better with the new mechanics in The Sims 4. So I guess you can be the judge of whether you want something completely accurate or something that has the original floor plan and is inspired by the first build, but is updated to meet what's in The Sims 4. One of the things that I do when I landscape a house, especially when I have a lot of landscaping like I do here, and you'll see, I pick out a couple different plants in a couple different swatches that I think really work. More than a couple, I would say 5, 6, 7, somewhere in those lines. And I just repeat those in all my landscaping, but I don't mean I do like plant A, plant B, plant C. I put them where I think they look best. So I have a couple that have some height, a couple flowers, a couple bushes, and I mix those up. And to me, it tends to make it look really put together without being so mechanical that it doesn't look natural. I am doing this build in Newcrest, and I think I mentioned that I want to turn Newcrest into my new sim lane or original sim neighborhood. So I'd like to recreate a bunch of original Sims builds here and make it into a Sims 4 neighborhood. So that means I have to decide which community lots I'm going to put in, because this is not just a giant circle like the original Sims. It has different lots and different things I can do with them. So if you have any suggestions as to which specific lots you would like to see in my recreations, please let me know. But I know we are a very, very small community here, so I think I might just have to make some decisions about what I think will work best. And part of that is trying to keep my use of packs to a minimum, because I do have some builds, one on the gallery that uses a ton of packs and one that uses base game and for rent, but I try to keep as much as I can close to the base game or just using 1 or 2 packs, because that way a lot more people can download and enjoy. I'm trying to be somewhat faithful to the original build here, so that's why I put those fences in the front. In the original 3 sim lane, there are like wooden board fences in the front, and I don't think they're actually part of the lot. I think they're just a little bit outside it. But here I put up those fences to kind of represent the other older wooden fences, and I think they turned out pretty cute, and I think they fit the Newcrest neighborhood. So that part of it I like. You can see I'm playing around with the lighting, the landscaping. I'm going inside and outside and kind of spinning the house around a lot, And when it's sped up, it's hard to see what I'm doing, but I'm checking to make sure that the leaves from the plants and the flowers and things don't go into the living space. Because sometimes, like if they're going to be just at the edge in a kitchen, I don't really mind because I know they're going to be covered up with counters or something. But otherwise, I try to make sure the walls are bare and that the outside plants aren't poking into them. As I mentioned, this is a lot more of an exterior finish and landscape build than it is an inside decorating build, because aside from putting in what appear to be close swatches to the original tiles and things like that on the inside, I left it bare so that you can decorate depending on what you like, or you can strip it and change it and do whatever you want to do in your Sims game. This is on the gallery under tinysimbug, along with my 2 SimLane loose recreation. So if you download it and you decorate the inside or you play in it and you want to share it with me, please do, because I would love to see how other people interpret these, and especially if other people's memories of The Sims are much like mine or if they are completely different. I just think it would be interesting, especially because I believe that Simmers in different parts of the world did have different versions of The Sims 1 and slightly different builds in them, which I think is so interesting. So if someone recreated this their way, I just think that would be so cool to see. So I hope you all have a happy new year, and thanks for watching.